Minnesota State University Moorhead, WDAY Extra, Dragon Athletics, and Go Team Productions presents Minnesota State University Moorhead Dragons basketball. Tonight we start the silly season, a little February madness. Wayne State is in town. They will take on the Dragon men here in the first round of the Northern Sun Tournament. Good Wednesday evening to you and welcome inside Alex Nemzik Hall in Moorhead. My name's Steve DeStacio. It's my privilege to be with you, as always, alongside Jared Bledsoe, a man whose team was on the first ever team to win an away game in the NSIC tournament. Playoffs, different gear. Talk about that second gear.
Second gear it is. You're mentally, emotionally, physically, you prepare for moments like this. It's playoff basketball. The Dragons have a great opportunity for them this afternoon.
The Dragons have lost 3 straight of these first-round tournaments. We saw last year at home Ryan Bergerman get hot and carry a team on his shoulders. Can a player do that in this environment here tonight against the Dragon men?
Absolutely. We saw it last year, as you mentioned, Brueggemann. And I saw it as a player. I talked to you off camera about that. So it can happen. The Dragons have to be mindful of players getting hot.
Let's talk about one of those players that could get hot. How about Jordan Jansen? He averages 17 points per game. Similar numbers for Gavin Baumgartner. We know that Baumgartner could go off for 30 at any time, so can Jansen.
Absolutely. Baumgartner shooting over 40% from behind the three-point line, can get it done. With Jordan Jansen, as you mentioned, also averaging 17, shooting a high percentage, shooting over 51% from the field. Gets it done on the boards. The Dragons will have to find him on the boards if they want to win this evening.
Gavin Baumgartner had 24 points in Wayne a month ago in the snow. And our players to watch are presented by Matt Buss. So it's the Dragons and Wayne State. And Jared and I are joined by Kaylee Sedlacek, who has this report. Kaylee.
I talked to the coaches before the game. Jeff Kaminsky of Wayne State said they just need to play harder than the other team. Walthall said they need to be diligent and smart on defense.
And thank you, Kaylee, wouldn't you expect that? You got to play harder if you're on the road.
You do. You got to bring an extra gear, if you will, if you want to beat the Dragons here this evening.
There's Jeff Kaminsky, former Valley City State University coach. And Chad Walthall has his red on tonight. You know it's got to be some kind of special night. And our coaches are presented by BSN Sports. Jeff Kuhn, Isaiah Conrad, and Chad Bjornson are our 3 officials. The Dragon women have already started, and you're going to get a treat tonight as Alex Nelson has gone above and beyond. We're going to get live shots from Winona. We're going to have a live scoreboard coming up, so some good stuff here tonight. The Dragons are in their whites, Wayne State in their blacks.
Dragons come out matched up man-to-man. The Wildcats are spread out, 5-out offense. Dragons force the first turnover. And interestingly enough, talk about energy. The Wildcats are picking up full court. Kadrick bring the ball up.
Here's Kadrick Williams. All the way in, Kadrick. Got a good shot. Jordan Jansen, the Lincoln, Nebraska native, grabs the rebound. Up top, Jansen. Banging inside, Dentlinger. Stolen away, another turnover. Here comes Johnny Benninga. Could this be his final game in a Dragon uniform? Here's an offensive foul. I think they got Johnny on an illegal screen, and they did right in front of us.
Yeah, interesting call there. Just a little handoff for the Dragons. They got Benninga moving on the screen. And again, good teams, good players adjust to the officiating. We'll see how the Dragons adjust to that.
Nick Ferrini dribbling on Kadrick Williams. Handoff, Dentlinger, and now here goes Ferrini again, leaving the ball underneath. There's Jansen, a good look, he couldn't score, and another good look. Zimmer tipped it.
And Jensen coming in, averaging over 17 a game. If they want to win this evening, he's got to make those bunnies.
Williams underneath, Zimmer.
I like that look inside to Zimmer. This young man can really help the Dragons out if he can get going early.
18:05 remaining first half, 2-0 as Jansen, defended by Zimmer. Altavius Jackson, open.
Nice rhythm shot there.
I say that Jackson's foot was on the line. 2-2's our score here at the 17:45 mark. Kadrick Williams in front of a standing Wayne State bench, or at least Prince Chukwuma's up. Benega in the lane. No. How about the true freshman Zimmer?
Nice job by Zimmer getting his second bucket of the evening. Passionate offensive glass.
Nick Ferrarini leads our Wildcat starters. They are presented by Brandfolk. 4-2, make it 4-all as Ferrarini ties us up at 4.
Nice rhythm shot there by Ferrarini. Dragons will have to contain him off the bounce.
It is halftime in Winona. Winona State leads the Dragon women 42-33. That pass by Baumgartner almost went in. Wayne State's looking for the lead. Jansen hitting Ferrarini for 3.
Transition three-pointer for the Wildcats.
The Dragon starters on the right-hand side of your screen underneath that Dragon women's score. Benninga in the lane. No, how about Zimmer again and a foul?
Love the energy so far from Zimmer. Crashing that offensive glass, his second offensive rebound on the evening.
Everybody playing here tonight. So 16 teams could have their season end tonight. Baumgartner from deep. Here's Jack Roosh, another true freshman. No. Rebound pulled down by Dentlinger out of New London, Iowa. Here's Ferrarini again, another 3.
Ferrarini filling it early, knocking down his second triple of the evening.
Chad Wolf on early timeout, 16-18 remaining first half. A Wildcat 6-point lead.
They're kind of like a guardian when you're away from home. Just like a friendly guardian. It's not like someone like pushing rules against you. It's just a guide, and I really like that. The Affinity Plus, I know that I can always come to them with a problem, and they can help me solve it. Just to be like a friend, you know, I think you should do this. This would be best for you. Just because they know you and they recognize you.
Same level, because we're moving you. 10-4, tonight's game is sponsored by Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union. The Dragons have the lead.
Wildcats picking up full court again.
Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union in Moorhead is a proud partner of Dragon Athletics and is proud to serve our MSUM members with all their banking needs. Stop by and see Roz and the Affinity Plus team located in room 104 of the lower level of Comstock Memorial Union on campus. 10-4 so far. We said somebody, whether it's a great Brueggemann, now it's Nick Ferrarini, even getting into it with some of the fans.
Yeah, Ferrarini definitely has a pep in his step. A nice backdoor cut there by Jackson. Finishing with the reverse. Just like that, the Wildcats are up 8.
Kadrick, yes.
Oh, nice skyhook, if you will, by Kadrick in the lane.
You asked me earlier off the air if I'd be surprised if the Dragons lost. Absolutely not. Nothing going forward. Maybe if Upper Iowa were to win at Duluth on the women's side. Maybe. That's a 2-win team against a 21-win team. Yes, that would. But, I mean, look at what Concordia St. Paul's men did to the Dragon men a couple years ago. Ferrarini couldn't get it to go. Here's Altavius Jackson. Those two have combined for all of Wayne State's points. Now it's Nate Moore. No.
Not to be overlooked, this Wayne State team has 4 players coming into this game averaging 4 double figures. So 4 players averaging double figures. You can't hone in on just one, even though they've dropped their last 6 in a row.
Gadrick Williams lost it and got it back. Here's Baumgartner straight away, an open 3.
That's a good sign for the Dragons, our player to watch. Baumgartner knocking down his first 3-pointer.
Jackson, in and out. Zimmer, another rebound. Here's Gavin Baumgartner. Benninga slipping and sliding, and now Baumgartner again. Wouldn't go. Altavius Jackson out of Atlanta, Georgia. 12-9, Wayne State. Ferrarini says hello to Benninga. Here's Jordan Jansen.
Oh, nice touch. Little spin move and hook for Jensen.
Jansen leads Wayne State with 17.1 points per game and is 12th, or was 12th, in the Northern Sun. 14-9, backdoor. Closed on Baumgartner, up ahead. Altavius Jackson scores.
Nice find in transition for the Wildcats.
16-9, the lead is back up to 7 for Wayne State.
And we mentioned Jansen coming in, averaging close to 10 rebounds a game. Dragons look at the post.
Baumgartner again.
Baumgartner knocking down another 3-pointer for the Dragons. Like the pace of this game so far.
16-12, we haven't had a whistle in a while. The first media timeout, 15-minute mark, has come and gone. It'll be had at the next whistle. Jackson. Inside it goes to Detlinger.
A little high-low
Detlinger.
feed. Yeah, a little high-low feed for the Wildcats.
Benninga, defended by Nate Moore. Here's Baumgartner. Benninga, 3-pointer. No. Rebound ripped down by Ben Detlinger. Now, if you would have asked me on March 5th, 2003, can the Dragon men beat Southwest Minnesota State down there? That answer might have been no. But they did, if I remember correctly. Here come the Dragons. Baumgartner again. 9 for Gavin.
He is feeling it, his third 3-pointer. And if you're a Dragon fan, you gotta love that. And by the way, your memory serves you correctly.
Here goes Detlinger.
Dragons double down, forcing
And a travel. And the first media timeout. 11:24 remaining in the first half. It's Wayne State 18, the Dragons 15. Let's stay in Moorhead during this break.
It's a new stay at the Courtyard by Marriott, located just minutes from downtown Fargo, local colleges, shopping centers, and several restaurants. The Courtyard features a 24-hour fitness center, 24-hour on-site Starbucks, and our bistro restaurant and lounge open for breakfast and dinner daily. Relax in one of our 2 indoor swimming pools and hot tub. The comfort your family needs close to all the action at the Courtyard by Marriott. Visit our website or call 218-284-1000. That's 218-284-1000.
Welcome back, Steve, Jared, and Kaylee. There is the Sanford Health NSIC men's basketball tournament, and when some scores come tumbling in, we will put them up there. Northern and Southwest are in Aberdeen. Upper is hosting Mary, and the Dragons here, your lone or your 3 6 o'clock games. So I'm looking up and down this bracket right here. And if you were to ask me, would anything surprise you tonight? No.
Nothing.
No. Maybe at Concordia. down there in the lower right were to beat
Okay.
Justin Wicks Duluth. Maybe. You got an interim coach against a really powerful and seasoned senior Minnesota Duluth squad. Maybe. Wayne State's gone to its bench. Nate Thayer, 6'3 sophomore, Springfield, Nebraska. Henry Penner, 6'6 sophomore, Aurora, Nebraska. Joe Sievely, Bryce Ersfeld, who just turned the ball over to Altavius Jackson, who just scored, is in the ball game, and Jesse Berg is in for the Dragons. 8 for Altavius. Here's Benninga for 3.
Oh, nice shot there by Bennigan, right in front of us.
An 8-point Wayne State lead has been taken down to 2 via the 3. 3 by Baumgartner, and now that bomb by Benninga.
Dragons 4 of 8 from behind the arc.
Penner scoring for Wayne State. This Henry Penner has appeared in all 32 games. He's shooting 46% and got that 15-footer to go. Here's Ersfeld. Baumgartner again. In and out. Altavius Jackson. Comes to a sliding stop as we're about to hit the halfway point here in this first half. 10 minutes remaining. It's 22-18 Wayne. Here's Penner out to Jackson. Over Berg. And you see the result.
Yes, and that's why he's in the game. Not always to block shots, but to alter shots. Jackson did a little fadeaway on that last possession.
Ersfeld from downtown.
The Dragons are feeling it from behind the arc. Their 5th three-pointer of the half.
22-21. Here goes Moore. Up top, Penner. Dentlinger. I think Jesse got a piece of that one. Here's Sievely. Watch out. Sievely went down, and we hit the second media timeout. 9:14 remaining here in the first half. Close ball game here in the first round of the Northern Sun Tournament.
Exceeding expectations. Getting better every day. It doesn't happen by chance. Preparation pays off. So the only question to ask yourself is, am I better today than I was yesterday? Exceed yesterday. Choose Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
Your man cave is a lie. It's not a masculine refuge, it's a basement in your wife's house. Caves don't have frilly craft store signs. Yell about it. In your man cave, no one can hear you scream. Wake up! Head upstairs and get to B-dubs, where the kegerators are just called taps, the wall color is TVs, and the wings taste like freedom. Also, your friends actually like coming here. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar!
Make every ATM a free ATM with a Gate City Bank checking account. You can use any ATM for free with unlimited automatic fee refunds. Visit GateCityBank.com. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life. Member FDIC. There are some Dragon fans going, okay, 22-21. Let me ask you, would it surprise you? You've seen enough of this league. You get to see almost half the amount of games. Would anything surprise you?
You know, as I mentioned to you, if the Dragons didn't get it done tonight, I would be a little surprised.
Sure. I'd be surprised, but I
wouldn't be shocked,
right.
But I would be a little surprised. I think it's a great opportunity for them. We saw them play really well against Minot State, tough loss against Mary. So we'd love to see them get back to their winning ways.
Nate Moore for Wayne scores. Behind Wayne's bench is Kaylee Sedlacek. Kaylee, what do you have?
During the timeout, Coach Kaminsky made it clear to the guys they need to stop getting beat by the skilled players on the Dragons team.
Yeah, so I think he's identifying Gavin Baumgartner et al. Here's Bryce Ersfeld. There's one of those skilled players with a, why didn't he shoot? That's sometimes you always say good decision. right? Why not shoot that one in the lane?
Well, you got the size advantage inside. You got a 6'10" Jesse Berg inside an athletic Joe Sievely. Why not continue to shoot? You're 5 or 10 from behind the arc. Allow those guys to get it off the glass.
And then the pass before to Sievely, you mentioned off air. Why not shoot a 3? They're 5 of 10 so far.
Yeah, you're 5 or 10. You're an excellent transition shooter. We talk about Baumgartner. And had a miscue, and now you're down 5 as opposed to possibly being up 2 or 3.
Ferrarini with the bucket. He has 10. Benninga back in, has the ball. Here goes Kadrick Williams spinning on the baseline. Kadrick earning 2 points underneath.
Great body control there by Williams inside.
26-23. Moore. This is Henry Penner for 3. Kadrick the rebound. Benninga around Sievely.
I like the matchup inside. Joe has a mismatch. See if the Dragons can find him.
I don't think they were looking.
And that's what you want out of Joe. That's what you want out of Joe Sievely. Go get it off the glass. Show the muscle. Bang inside, clean glass.
Nate Thayer whistled for the foul. Here comes Dane Zimmer and Gavin Baumgartner. In my opinion, the 2 Dragons that helped fend off a Wayne State onslaught. Zimmer on the boards end, defensive end, and Gavin Baumgartner bombing 3s.
And both those players off to a good start. Huge size advantage. I like this idea. All right, Ersfeld dribbling back out. Oh, wow. That's deep. You hear me? Wow. That was from the parking lot by Baumgartner again. It's hot right now. Take the transition 3.
3rd time we've been tied tonight. If there was a 4-point line, Baumgartner might have been behind it. 26 all, 6:50 remaining. Ferrarini on the elbow, scores again.
Ferrarini is feeling it tonight too, so the Dragons will have to be mindful. He's a good rhythm shooter off the bounce.
28-26, Cats back up. Ersfeld, no. And Sievely whacked that ball out of bounds. And it'll go back to Wayne State. This Wayne State team earlier this year lost their first 5 straight. Then they won 3 in a row. And the 3rd one was against Central Missouri. That's a good win. And that got Jeff Kaminsky his 500th career coaching win. He's in his 33rd year as a head coach. He's closing in on 1,000 games coached. Tonight is number 942.
Talk about a love for the game.
Oh. Jordan Jansen fading.
Tough shot there by Jansen.
Jansen puts Wayne up by 4. This Jeff Kaminsky, we looked at him earlier. He was the GLIAC Scholar Athlete of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year at Grand Valley State. So he played some Division II hoops. Here's Ersfeld, catch and fire.
Shot ready, knocking down yet another 3-pointer for the Dragons.
Wayne up by 1. Sorry, Jared.
No, we've seen the Dragons have shooting woes so far. They've been hot.
They've had to be. There's been nothing inside. Isaiah Bird out of Bolingbrook, Illinois. Underneath, Jordan Jansen. This is one of the reasons why he was our player to watch. This guy's good underneath. Baumgartner. No. Rebound pulled down by Dentlinger.
I like that idea by Ersfeld, picking up 2 or 3 feet in front of the 3-point line. As you see Ferrarini knock down some long 3s too.
This is Dentlinger. Underneath on Sievely, a whistle, a foul. They're going to get Joe. It's just the 2nd foul whistled against the Dragons. And we hit the media timeout. 4:53 remaining in the first half. Cats up by 3. And here's one of those treats we were talking about. Let's take a moment to check up on the Dragon women live down in Winona.
But they'll give it to the Dragons.
They'll inbound with 14 on the shot clock. Into Boom, and Boom over Hustad gets the basket.
And Dragons have really come out in all three of their possessions. They've gone right inside and going at the Warrior post defenders.
Warrior lead cut to 5. Inside for Dornfeld, missed underneath, and Hintz able to muscle her way in for the rebound.
Great find by Emily Keek that time. Dornfeld just unable to finish.
Steichen has it to Hintz, top of the key. Cross court, Jacobson inside Boom. And Boom lost the handle for a second, gets it back, misses, and Dornfeld with the rebound. Pickering for Keek. Keek around that paint area, goes up for the shot, it's stripped and out of bounds. Maddie Green will check back in for Hintz. And now Herbranson will be a late check-in. Winner of this game takes on the winner of Sioux Falls Minot State, and right now Sioux Falls with a 34-27 lead over Minot State. Remember, the Warriors beat Sioux Falls twice this season.
Yeah, that's an excellent matchup between those two teams.
And that's what Scott Ballard said.
That's amazing work by our Go Team production staff. That was fun. I want to see more of that.
I agree.
And thank you, HBC 25 down in Winona, for allowing us to look at their great broadcast. Let me know who else in the NSIC is doing a live look-in like that tonight. That's some pretty good stuff.
It looked like they got a good ball game going on down in Winona on the women's side.
34-29. Wayne State on top. 4:45 remaining here in the first half on the men's side. Jack Roosh back in the ball game for the Dragons. This is Ersfeld straight away. No, look at Dane Zimmer getting things done.
If you're a young player out there, again, notice how Zimmer got that ball, kept it high, and finished high with the offensive rebound.
Inside, Isaiah Bird. 36-31. Look at both of these scoreboards, Jared. The Dragon women in the upper right-hand corner down 10 in Winona. Dragon men down 5. Here's Kadrick Williams. In the lane, no.
Zimmer on the glass tonight. Misses that one.
Should have used the glass. Rebound pulled down by Ben Dentlinger. Isaiah Bird.
Hey, 25!
Dribbling on Roosh as we approach 3.5 minutes.
It's travel.
A rare turnover by Wayne State. Jesse Bird back in. Benninga will sit down. Dane Zimmer will sit down. Benninga back in. Wayne State's playing harder, correct?
They are. They've brought the energy so far. Knocked down some tough shots. Showed a little zone earlier. They came out of that 2-3 zone. Surprisingly, as the Dragons have shot it tremendously well.
Kadrick Williams for 3. That wouldn't go. Jordan Jansen the rebound. Roosh getting pushed out of the way and then using the glass. Dentlinger, he slammed and then with some touch, a little kissage. It's 38-31. Wayne State on top, 2.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Where on you, if you're a Dragon fan, is your level of concern?
Well, there's still a lot of game to be played, but obviously you got to be mindful of the decisions like that.
Baumgartner turns it over. Here comes Nate Moore. Ferrarini, no. Benninga swoops up the rebound. Johnny all the way in. And then Jesse Berg comes crashing in. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by Jesse. Roosh will sit down. Joe Sievely is back in. The Dragons won 82-71. Baumgartner had 24. Jack Roosh had 20 for the Dragons. This Jordan Jansen that we talked about, all he did was go 10 for 11 for 21 points, but they haven't needed Jansen so far. It's been everybody for the Wildcats, hasn't it?
It's been a team effort so far. Ferrarini obviously has knocked down some shots. It's been a team effort. Jansen has 6, Jackson has 8.
Dentlinger will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Joe Sievely is going to get whacked for his second foul. All replays once again presented by Midco. Dentlinger connects. The last time Wayne State won a basketball game was at home on February 1st. They haven't won on the road since January 25th. It's 40-31. Wayne is up by 9 with a bucket and a half remaining here in the first half. Benninga, no. Rebound pulled down by Jordan Jansen. Whistle.
Might be.
They got Joe again, it's his third. They got Johnny again, it's his second. Dragon men down by 9, the women down by 9. Williams replaces Benninga.
And it's happening in the paint for the Wildcats. 22 of their points in the paint. You see Earthfield grab the rebound.
Ferrarini couldn't connect. Here's Kadrick Williams for the Dragons with a minute remaining. Sievely gonna get physical. Jesse Berg grabs the loose ball. Here's Joe Sievely. How about that rebound in heavy traffic by Henry Penner, leading on 3-on-2. Ferrarini. Berg clears. Ersfeld looping to Joe Sievely. Baumgartner. No. Altavius Jackson. No. The rebound is punched to Bryce Ersfeld, and the Dragons can play for the final shot.
Solid transition defense their last possession for the Dragons.
Here's Ersfeld. No. Just like a lot of shots in the first half, the Dragons cannot get that one to roll in, and they trail by 9, 40-31, and Kaylee Sedlacek is caught up with Chad Walthall. Kaylee.
Coach, you're down at halftime. What conversation are you having with the guys in the locker room?
Well, I mean, they're punking us on both ends. They're more physical, more aggressive. We've seemed like we're playing scared. If we don't get that part fixed, then no matter what you do, X and O is why it doesn't matter. Where they're just completely punking us on each end. It's men against boys right now.
Thank you, Coach.
Callie, great work. Halftime here in Moorhead. In the first round of the Northern Sun Tournament, Wayne State leads the Dragons 40-31. We now invite you to stay tuned for all of your halftime activities. They're coming up next. You're watching live coverage of MSU Moorhead Dragon men's basketball in the Northern Sun playoffs on WDAY Extra.
Another day. And just like every day, it never seems to slow down. But you have a plan. Grab a cup, grab the paper, and grab a little time. Just for you. It's worth it. Don't get the paper? Just grab the phone. Call now. and save up to 60% off the newsstand price. Journalists, bringing the story home every day.
It's a new stay at the Courtyard by Marriott, located just minutes from downtown Fargo, local colleges, shopping centers, and several restaurants. The Courtyard features a 24-hour fitness center, 24-hour on-site Starbucks, and our bistro restaurant and lounge open for breakfast and dinner daily. Relax in one of our 2 indoor swimming pools and hot tub. The comfort your family needs close to all the action at the Courtyard by Marriott. Visit our website or call 218-284-1000. That's 218-284-1000.
Update or download to the all-new MSUM Dragons app on iTunes and Google Play. The new app features customized following of only your favorite Dragons teams, incredible in-app live stats and media coverage, and our fired-up rewards program all in one easy-to-use app. Update your Dragons app, search MSUM in your app store, or visit msumdragons.com/app to download the new MSUM Dragons app today.
Dragon Swim School is proud to offer year-round swimming and diving lessons with the lowest student-to-instructor ratio around. Lessons are available for all levels, including parent-child sessions and preschool. Help your child learn to love the water in a safe and caring environment with us at Dragon Swim School. Visit msumdragons.com/swim for more information. That's msumdragons.com/swim.
Today's Dragons Live coverage is brought to you by BSN, Courtyard by Marriott, Herbert & Gerbert's, Richards Transportation, Shucks Bus Service, Buffalo Wild Wings, Forum Communications. Hello everyone and welcome to the MSUM Halftime News Break. I'm your host, John Webby Webking.
The GO team, we like to call ourselves the champions of Dragon Pride. And what that means is that we want to be champions of the brand of MSUM Dragons. The clothes we wear and the comments that we make and just being positive and excited about being Dragons. And the other side of that is being good at what we do. We have a lot of opportunities to win awards, and we've won 13 national awards in the last 5 years. And so we want to be the best representations of our brand and champions in everything that we do, and helping our other Dragon teams become champions in what they're trying to do. It's an internship that's going to be different from anything else I think you're going to find, because we really strategically try to find the strengths of the individual and craft the role around those. So it's not just a cookie cutter, you're going to be doing this, you're going to be doing that. You really get to make the experience whatever you want it to be. And we're firm believers, and you get what you put into anything. And so the harder you work, the better the experience is going to be. And if it's surrounded around your strengths, you're actually going to enjoy it too.
I'm Erin Lemaire. I am a production assistant and assistant student director at the GO team. I joined the GO team because it was a good chance to get experience in filmmaking in a more live production setting. I like a lot of different aspects of being on the GO team. I like running the cameras and doing all sorts of the stuff with like the broadcasting, but I also like switching and pushing the buttons and doing replay, so all sorts of things.
My name's Laurel Joseph. I take pictures for the GO team during athletic events. I've always kind of liked sports and I love photography, so I thought this would be a good fit since I know how sports work, and I kind of am learning about my camera, and so I decided to get more experience. I feel really proud that your work is being used and it's actually appreciated.
I am Brent Keel. I am the audio video editor and production assistant with the GO team. I joined the GO team to put something on my resume that was beyond just I showed up to a class, and something to show employers that I have some real world experience.
My name is Macy Miller. For the GO team, I'm a promotions coordinator. So I get to handle all of the in-game promotions. Pretty much they give me a mic and I get to make everybody excited to be here. So that includes like running games, throwing out t-shirts, I get to smile a lot, so I really like that.
If somebody was thinking about joining the Go team, I would tell them to definitely just try it out, at least for a game or two, just to see if they like it.
These people that you'll be working with have a lot of pull in your career, and they also give you a lot of experience that you'll need in order to start a career.
There's a lot of real experience you can get that doesn't just apply to just sports.
Producing it, in all honesty, is a really cool opportunity that we allow our students to have. And just getting involved on campus is a great way to meet people, network, and just have a good time.
It's really easy to join the Go team. All you have to do is go to msumdragons.com/Go team and fill out the application. It's just your name, phone number, email, and just send us your resume. We'll bring you in for an interview, get to know you a little bit, and see if you're the right fit culturally for what we're trying to do here. But go to msumdragons.com/Go team to apply today.
That's it for today's MSUM halftime news break. Back to more live coverage right after this. Today's Dragons Live coverage is brought to you by Matt Buss, Midco, Papa John's, State Farm Agent David Eggers, Sanford Health, Microtel, Travelodge, Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union, Gate City Bank, and Minnesota State University Moorhead.
Another day. And just like every day, it never seems to slow down. But you have a plan. Grab a cup, grab the paper, and grab a little time. Just for you. It's worth it. Don't get the paper? Just grab the phone. Call now and save up to 60% off the newsstand price. Journalists, bringing the story home every day.
Get fired up for the new Shop MSUMDragons.com, the official online store of Dragon Athletics, featuring top brands like Under Armour, Adidas, Columbia, and more. Get gear in women's, youth, toddler, and infant sizes, perfect for all of our Dragon fans. Support your favorite Dragon team with Select a logo. Anything custom ships in 72 hours. And take your tailgating to the next level with items like bleacher chairs, tailgate tents, and lawn chairs. Get the gear and support your team with profits going directly to Dragon Athletics from Shop MSUMDragons.com.
Heading to Fargo Moorhead to get away and have a little fun? Book your room at the highly rated Microtel Inn and Suites. It's conveniently located just off 8th Street and I-94. Clean rooms and all the amenities you need to relax and recharge after a fun day out. Plus, when you wake up, you can enjoy a free hot breakfast. What are you waiting for? Book your room today at the Microtel Inn and Suites in Moorhead. Call 218-284-4022 or visit microtelmoorhead.com.
Just looking back on myself freshman year to who I am currently, it's a complete transformation.
You walk around campus all the time, you see friendly faces, you see smiling faces, and people really, really love being here.
For me personally, I was able to get the experience and the knowledge that I needed to be successful.
I've had a pretty long journey to get here. Went to community college, changed majors, and MSUM has transformed my life just incredibly.
Welcome back to Alex Nemzik Hall in Moorhead. Steve DeStacio, Jared Bledsoe, Kaylee Sedlacek. The first round of the Northern Sun Tournament. And Wayne State, the 6th seed out of the South, leads the Dragon men 40-31. Let's take a look at some first half highlights. And this guy's one of the reasons why Wayne State's ahead. This is Nick Ferrarini. That guy's got a shot.
Yeah, Ferrarini is firing away, knocking down some clutch shots so far.
Gavin Baumgartner, how about back-to-back bombage? And then inside, one of our Wayne State player to watch, Jordan Jansen, and then banging away inside, Ben Dentlinger for Wayne State, and they played like they're 9 points better than the Dragons so far tonight.
They have. Scorching hot from the field, shooting close to 57%, getting it done inside, winning the rebound battle. Most importantly, protecting the basketball, only 5 turnovers. The Dragons will have to find a way. Obviously, we talked about them shooting the 3, shooting over 41% from the 3, 7 turnovers. But as you see, they found themselves down 9 at the half.
The Dragon men are down 40-31. The game summary is presented by Midco. Let's check it on the Dragon women. The last we saw, they were down by 15. We're going to go live to Winona with some help from our friends from HBC 25.
Not only can they weather the storm if their starters are on the bench, but kind of showing off a different facet of their game tonight by going to the basket. And Hustad knocks down the first.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the Dragons just to allow her to shoot an uncontested layup, see if she can make that, because right now they contest it. She takes the body blows and getting to the free throw line. You know, she's just doing it all right now. We can overhear the coaching staff over here questioning the bench, saying, has she shot one outside shot tonight? You know, they're just allowing her to drive.
And that's kind of why I said earlier on that I kind of sensed some panic on the bench of Minnesota State Moorhead, because this game has gone so much differently than I'm sure they planned for it to go.
Yeah, you come in with a game plan, and when things don't work and you don't have answers for them, you know, you try to make adjustments, and sometimes you just don't have the personnel.
Well, Hustad may not have shot from outside, but Emma Fee has. 6 points for Emma Fee, and I think all of them have been outside jumpers. And a block on Brown. Loose ball picked up by Herbranson.
Yeah, everything Emma Fee has got in that 15 to 17 foot range.
Three-pointer put up and missed by Jacobson. Fee with the rebound. Warriors currently have their largest lead of the night at 17 points. 8:20 left to go.
Yeah, Warriors in no hurry now. They'll work a little shot clock.
Lodermeyer off the glass misses. Brown with the rebound. Underneath, looking for Herbranson. Loose ball. Pickrane deflects it to Hustad. Smart play by Pickrane, because she was sliding on the floor. If she has it, it's a travel.
Yep. Kept her balance, making sure she didn't roll over, you know, one side or the next.
Hustad misses the shot inside, and the Dragons come away with it. Down court, Jacobson, count that in the basket. And the foul, I should say, for Jacobson.
And Warriors unable to stop the ball. Jacobson had it just all the way to the basket. Allie Pickrane on her heels, that whole defensive half-court possession.
It's 10 now for Jacobson. Chance at one more in the three-point play. Pickrane called for the foul, her second, team first. And on the line for the three-point play is Jacobson. That's 11 tonight for Sarah Jacobson. Keek trying to drive past McKeever.
That's a tough ask for McKeever to guard Emily Keek in the full court.
Once again, thank you HBC 25 in Winona for giving us that live check-in. Presented by Sanford. Let's look at the Sanford Health NSIC bracket. First on the women's side, you can look for your favorite team that's playing tonight. There are the Dragons on the right-hand side. It looks like they would play Sioux Falls, 5:30 on Sunday. That would be an audio-only webcast down in Sioux Falls. We'll just wait to see what happens as they're in trouble down in Winona. On the men's side, games start at 6 o'clock and they start at 7:30. Northern State with the lead. They started at 6 o'clock like the Dragon men. Marion, Upper Iowa. You asked me, Jared, if anything would surprise me. If the Dragons were to win, they would get the winner of Upper Iowa and Mary, the Northern Sun tournament. We got some Bledsoe Bullets presented by Affinity Plus. You're up.
Dragons have to protect the paint. Wayne State has 22 of their 40 points in the paint. Dragons only got 10 inside the paint. Value each possession. This is playoff basketball. You got to value the basketball. Dragons have 7 turnovers. Wayne State has converted 10 points off of those. And lastly, it is go time. It's NSIC play time. If you lose, the reality is the season's over. There's no at-large bid. You have to play like it's your last game.
Did you agree with Coach Walthall that the team was playing tight? Do you think they looked tight in the first half?
We've seen them play looser. I would agree. Definitely seen them play looser, have a little more fun. Again, it's go time.
All right. Here we go. The Dragon men down by 9 as we start the second half. Johnny Benninga all the way in, had the ball slapped out of his hands. The Dragon men win. We'll talk to you from Sioux Falls at 2:30 on Saturday afternoon. They lose. We'll talk to you next year. Baumgartner inside to Dane Zimmer. This is Ersfeld for 3.
And that could be a good sign for the Dragons. Ersfeld knocking down a 3. So you got Benninger, Ersfeld, and Baumgartner all knocking down 3-pointers for the Dragons this evening.
The Dragons are 8 of 18 from downtown. The Dragon women making a comeback, down by 9 in that fourth quarter. We will keep an eye on that scoreboard. The Dragon women were to win. We'll talk to you from Sioux Falls at 5:30 on Sunday. Ferrarini feeling it tonight with 15.
At this point, you can't help off of him. Even the ball goes inside. Benninger turned his head for a fraction of a second. Ferrarini knocking down yet another 3-pointer for the Wildcats.
You know I'm a hockey guy. I saw my guy Alex Ovechkin get his 700th goal the other day as Kedrick Williams scored. In hockey playoffs, you talk about a hot goalie. So I mentioned Brueggemann last year. A couple years ago, it slips my. You brought up Dusty Decker from 2003 for Minnesota Duluth, a guy that averaged, 7 points per game?
7.5 points.
Coming off the bench. Ferrarini's got the game. He's just a sophomore. He's feeling it tonight.
I agree. I brought that up to you, Steve. Like a guy, Dusty Decker, coming off the bench, dropping 28, 6 for 9 from behind the arc, completely out of the scouting report. But being able to perform in big moments like that, you have to tip your cap.
I think he's just playing, Jared. I think he's just playing. Here's Nate Moore. Altavius Jackson. This guy had himself a first half as well. Jansen went down. Zimmer's going to bump with him. What else can Dane Zimmer do defensively? Jansen with 8. The Wayne State lead is once again 9.
Tough finish inside for Jansen.
Work here, Jordan!
And if you're the Dragons at this point, you might have to start doubling on him when he gets the ball inside.
Here's Kedrick Williams lowering his head and muscling inside, and he'll make his way to the free throw line. These will be the first 2 Dragon free throws tonight.
Kedrick's been doing a solid job getting into the chest of the defenders, if you will. Opportunity to get 2 at the stripe.
Good look at Ruston, Louisiana native Kedrick Williams. All of our replays presented by Midco. Henry Penner out of Aurora, Nebraska. He played all 28 games for Nebraska Kearney last year.
Hey, pitch and tag.
Then he headed northeast and is contributing to this Wayne State squad. Williams makes 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He has 5. It's 45-37. The Dragon deficit is 8. The Dragon women trailing by 9 in the fourth quarter.
I know you mentioned nothing would surprise you. The Dragons go 2-3 zone this possession.
Oh, yeah.
Are you surprised?
No, because I know they've zoned earlier this year. I know it was after a win because Chad Walthall was in his office saying, "Did you see me zone him up?" And I did see him zone up. Or was it on the road? That 3 by Baumgartner wouldn't go. Here comes Jansen. Steamrolling inside. He got blocked clean by Zimmer.
Dragons have numbers if they run.
And a foul.
Impressive ball movement that time down by the Dragons. Didn't get the transition bucket. A good swing as the shooters are looking to score in transition.
It's a non-shooting foul. 4:45 left at the McCown Gymnasium down in Winona. The Dragon women trying to mount a comeback, down by 7. Baumgartner watches traffic go by. There's that little lollipop in the lane.
That's a nice little shot-taking floater in the lane by Baumgartner.
Baumgartner with 14.
And if the Dragons want to win, it's going to happen on this end of the floor. You see the level of intensity defensively rise to a new level.
Penner. Great hands by Zimmer. And that's a great defensive stop, especially by the true freshman Zimmer.
Want to talk about manning up? That last possession, Zimmer manned up and contained the penetration of the Wildcats. Opportunity for the Dragons to dig into this lead.
In my opinion, Zimmer's manned up from the get-go.
I would agree with that.
Here he is again.
Look at Zimmer on the screen and roll. Nice little finger roll action. And you stay tuned in this young man's career. I see that as being a dunk come seasons. Look forward to his career.
Gets the Dragon men back to within 6. Here's Zimmer going defensively on Jansen. That's an air ball. There's Kadrick Williams. Now the fans are getting into it. Here comes Williams. And to the line goes Kadrick.
Not often we see Kadrick get the rebound, push it down, and go coast to coast. Could prove to be very helpful for the Dragons as the Wildcats weren't able to set up in their half-court defense.
All right, Jared, let's go live to Winona where the Dragon women are now down by 3.
Season, but hit the big one to pull within 3. But now it's a 6-point lead again for the Warriors. 3:35 remaining. Boom. And we'll get a foul called inside before the shot.
Husted with a arm bar on the ball handler.
That's the second on Husted, 3rd team foul. Steichen will inbound. Lodermeyer tripped up and the 3 over the basket, tipped by Keek into the hands of Dornfeld. Keek driving. Dornfeld in the paint, goes up but misses.
A little bit of forced, surprising shot from Dornfeld there, so early in the shot clock.
Well, she was trying to draw contact and didn't get it. And underneath, Boom with the basket. That's 10 for Peyton Boom. And now a 4-point lead for the Warriors. 3 minutes left to go. Timeout called by Scott Ballard and the Warriors. 71-67. Warriors will have the ball after the timeout. This is the NSIC tournament on HBC TV 25.
Ersfeld for the Dragon men cannot get a 3 to go. Through the magic of Alex Nelson, John Webking, and the Go team. That was really, really cool stuff. Thank you, men. We will keep that. The women's game in our side panel as well. Dragon women were down by, what were they down by? 17 at one point. Now the Dragon women down to 4. Dragon men down 4. Let's take a break.
Affinity Plus definitely seems like a credit union that cares about people. I've always had a good time whenever I go into my branch. I feel like I laugh every time. Like if they came into a bar, right, then they would be like the friend that you want to introduce to everybody. I talk about this credit union all the time because I think it's just like a gift to the world, because with my experience in the past, this has been just indescribable.
Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union in Moorhead is a proud partner of Dragon Athletics and is proud to serve our MSUM members with all their banking needs. Stop by and see Roz and the Affinity Plus team located in room 104 in the lower level of the Comstock Memorial Union on MSUM's campus. Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union. Jared, you have numbers in front of you, and that means you're supposed to say something about them.
Dragons starting to do a better job themselves getting points in the paint. 14 points in the paint. Wildcats continue to get buckets inside. 26 of their 47 points in the paint.
14:59 left to go. Chad Walthall said his word, not mine, punked in the first half by Wayne State. What have you seen in the first 5:01 so far?
I've seen them man up defensively. We
Okay.
talk about the young Zimmer growing up before our eyes. Absorbing contact. Last play down, we saw Jesse Berg block a shot in transition at 6'10". So
Berg nearly got that rebound. The ball went out of bounds. Last touch by Jesse.
Yeah, so the Dragons have answered the bell somewhat, what Coach talked about at halftime.
Kaylee Sedlacek, what do you have?
Coach Kaminsky at the timeout told them they need to get more rebounds and get the second shots up.
Yeah, it's been one of them. I mean, they've made their shots, too. Here goes Nate Thayer inside, and an offensive foul is whistled, and Nathan Rund in the ball game, the redshirt freshman out of Fergus Falls, Minnesota. He's a defensive specialist that can get things done.
Great job there by Run. Help side defense, and we talked about the Dragons have to raise their level of intensity on the defensive end if they want to win this ball game.
Kadrick Williams just drew a foul. Here comes Jeff Coombe. This foul gets whistled against Henry Penner. It's his second, the team's fourth. Ben Dentlinger is going to come back, the biology major, all academic team for the NSIC. That's a team you want to be on. Dentlinger is a part of it. Ersfeld. Driving. Rund. Baumgartner. Fouled. So now the Dragons starting to make their way to the free throw line here in the second half.
Nice little job here. Baumgartner attacking the basket. As you mentioned, an opportunity to get points at the stripe.
So here's Gavin Baumgartner to the free throw line to shoot two. He'll connect. Baumgartner, 10th in the NSIC in free throw shooting. This would get the Dragon men back to within two. Gavin has 16.
Big possession here for both teams. Find out the Dragons' defensive intensity is still there. Be interesting to see where the Wildcats go for some offensive spark.
Will it be Nate Thayer? Run getting active defensively. Here's Nick Ferrarini on the baseline. Air ball.
Great
Berg the
job.
rebound.
Yes, great job there by Kadrick contesting that shot with Ferrarini.
Here's Jesse Berg. The big guy ties the ball game.
First bucket of the night for Jesse Berg, coming at a timely possession of the game.
Now the crowd gets a little louder. Ferrarini. Dentlinger. They got Bryce Ersfeld on the block.
That's the right call. They got Ersfeld moving. Check the replay. Didn't get a clean look at it. Ersfeld tried to sell that call. And you can't blame him giving up about 6 inches on that last possession.
Thayer.
Oh, great defense there by Run.
$13:15 left here on the men's side. The Dragon men tied at 47. That shot off the glass by Moore wouldn't go. The Dragons can take their first lead since 4-2. Ersfeld around Jesse. Give to the big guy. Wouldn't go. Here's Jesse running. Moore, no. There's a rebound for Wayne State, one that they needed, or that was being called for by head coach Jeff Kaminsky.
If you the Dragons would have loved the timing on that screen and roll to get Jesse a little closer to the basket, would have saw him bring down the hammer.
Dentlinger with his first 2 points of the second half. Here goes Baumgartner. Back out to Bryce Ersfeld for the lead. No. Rebound pulled down by Dentlinger. Look at the Dragon women, down 3 with just over a minute remaining. Dentlinger up top, Thayer. A whistle.
As on
And
Jesse
here
Berg.
comes Isaiah Conrad getting Jesse for a foul.
Dentlinger. Jansen having a game.
Altavius Jackson early on. This is Thayer inbounding. Dane Zimmer has come back in for Jesse Berg. Moore defended by Baumgartner. 6 on the shot clock. Moore around a screen. No.
Another great possession defensively from the Dragons. See if they can capitalize.
Ersfeld around Kedrick Williams.
Got the matchup you want.
Benninga.
Inside. Good job there by Williams with an offensive rebound.
Kedrick. No. He had Baumgartner, or check that, Benninga open on his left and didn't give it to him.
And surprisingly, Kedrick is a solid perimeter defender. He can sit down on smaller, quicker guards. Very impressive, and obviously can bang inside with post players as well. See if the Dragons continue to allow him to guard Jackson as opposed to banging inside with Jansen.
Jackson, defended by Kedrick. Look at Altavius Jackson. Got the step, couldn't score. Here comes Baumgartner with speed. Williams had a good look. Under 10 minutes left here on the men's side. Jansen. That 3 will go by Moore. Nate Moore off the bench.
And you got to credit Jansen for his patience. Dragons doubled down on the post. Jansen kicked it to Moore. Moore knocking down that three-pointer to extend this lead to 5.
Williams inside.
Oh, let's dance. Williams with a nice crossover. Timeout Dragons.
Kedrick Williams with the bucket. Chad Walthall with the timeout. Will stay in Moorhead during this break.
It's a new stay at the Courtyard by Marriott, located just minutes from downtown Fargo, local colleges, shopping centers, and several restaurants. The Courtyard features a 24-hour fitness center, 24-hour on-site Starbucks, and our bistro restaurant and lounge open for breakfast and dinner daily. Relax in one of our 2 indoor swimming pools and hot tub. The comfort your family needs close to all the action at the Courtyard by Marriott. Visit our website or call 218-284-1000. That's 218-284-1000.
52-49, Wayne State on top. Let's take a look at the Sanford Health NSIC men's bracket. Northern State up on Southwest, 51-44. Upper Iowa, as predicted by yours truly, in a tussle with Mary. You can see the bracket. If the Dragon men were to come back and win, they would take on the winner of the Upper Iowa Mary game at 2:30 from the Pentagon in Sanford. That would be an audio-only webcast. Sioux Falls and Minot. Remember, Minot beat Sioux Falls earlier this year in Minot. Bemidji's at Mankato. Concordia, St. Paul, Duluth, Winona State, and Crookston will play after the Dragon women finish up against Winona State.
Bench play is becoming a factor. Dragons have 11 points off the bench. We've seen Nathan Run come in and have an impact on this game defensively. Keep an eye out on the bench play for the Dragons.
Dentlinger couldn't get inside. Jansen with a little hook. 5-point Wildcat lead. Kaylee, what do you have? She's behind the Dragon bench.
Coach Walthall mentioned that the Wildcats have 6 fouls, so they need to just keep attacking the rim.
All right. Dragons in the bonus from here on out. Baumgartner looping. Ersfeld. Zimmer. Jack Roosh. No. Ferrarini with the rebound. This is Jansen. They just won't miss, Jared. Dentlinger now has 12. 7-point Wayne State lead.
Jensen was our player to watch, and man, he's making great decisions out of that double team.
Roosh again. Too strong. Zimmer the tip in.
Nice tip by Zimmer. Just all out energy and effort out of this young man this evening.
56-51. Here's Dentlinger again. Leaving it for Jansen, who gets fouled. And we hit the media timeout. 7:42 left to go. Wayne State trying to walk out of here with the win.
8 teams arrive. Only one champion will emerge.
Are your women's tournament champions for the first time since
The NSIC basketball tourney is back at the Sanford Pentagon starting February 29th. And it's live on Midcoast Sports Network. Watch all the action and check out bonus coverage online and on our social media channels. Midco SN is your tourney HQ.
Liddy here with another lesson.
Okay, gotta make a list. Pay cable bill, research car insurance rates, get groceries. And my student loan payment is due next week.
You look stressed. If you're worried about money, try riding that bus.
There is a bus stop pretty close to my job. I could give it a try.
Awesome. More conditioner?
Thanks a lot.
He learned his lesson. Join us and take the challenge to ride green.
All right, Jared, it's over. There's going to be no postseason for the Dragon women. They're not even going to make it to the Pentagon. Winona State has beaten the Dragon women 82-77 this season. I'm the most shocked I've been in what, 2 decades under Carla Nelson. The Dragon women's season over.
Makes 2 of us. Makes 2 of us that are shocked by that outcome.
So that will end the careers of Maddie Green and Megan Hintz. So now we can focus on the men's game. They're in trouble as well. Down by 5, make it 6 as Jansen is at the free throw line. Our player to watch averages 17.1. He has 13. Baumgartner the rebound. Ersfeld. Zimmer and one.
Fine. And that's what you want to see out of these Dragons. Play faster, but value the possessions. Great transition bucket. Dragons get Zimmer to the line. Opportunity for 3 at the line. Just muscling up.
Zimmer is a 46% free throw shooter. Baumgartner grabs the rebound.
And I like the patience there by Baumgartner. Kick it back out.
Baumgartner.
Oh, gets the offensive rebound and the tray ball.
How about a 5-point possession for the Dragons, who now trail by 1. 7:14 left to go. Dentlinger gets loose.
That high-low action from Jansen to Dittlinger, man, they are potent.
59-56, Wayne State on top, 6:55 left to go. Up top, Benninga. Talk about value each possession. Not that time. Kadrick Williams and Gavin Baumgartner miscommunicating, and it's turnover number 8 against the Dragon men.
And the first is half. So see if the Dragons can continue to do a solid job. Only 1 turnover for the Dragons.
That's a Benninga foul, and that's his 4th. It's a 6-team foul whistled against the Dragons, so both teams will be in the bonus the rest of the way. Benninga out, Nathan Rund back in. Is that the 6th or the 5th team foul? Scoreboard has 5. Here goes Rundy, working on Nate Moore. Ferrarini, air ball. He's going to hear it from the crowd. Ferrarini will sit. Nate Thayer will come back in.
Dragons have had some solid defensive possessions to keep themselves lingering, if you will, in that single-digit space. So we'll see if the Dragons can capitalize off that last air ball from the Wildcats.
Rund will fire.
Oh, big
Nathan
time.
Rund from downtown.
Big time shot there by Rund, giving the Dragons energy on the defensive end, now knocking down that long 3 to tie this ball game.
Here's Baumgartner getting the job done defensively as Dane Zimmer pulls down his 8th rebound of the ball game.
Got the matchup you want with Zimmer, Jackson on Zimmer.
That 3 by Nate Rund, Jared, his first 3 points since the Dragons lost by 33 at Crookston. That was on January the 11th. That was his first 3-pointer since December the 7th against Bemidji.
Wow, could be a good sign.
5:12 left to go. Jansen walked.
Travel.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the right call.
Oh, yeah. He dragged. I have to say it because this is our last broadcast. In the NBA, that's legal. 5:05 for some players. 5:05 left to go. Tie ball game. Fun stuff here in Moorhead.
It is, it is.
Especially when I can pick on Jared and get away with it. Here's Baumgartner for the lead. No. Can't ask for a better shot. Here comes Penner, leaving Baumgartner in the dust. Literally.
Gavin definitely wanted that possession back. Easy left-hand lay for him. Not able to capitalize. Still a tie ball game.
Here's Altavius Jackson. Hopping around a screen. Missing.
Dragons fortunate there. No communication on that last possession on that screen.
Baumgartner's 9th rebound. Here's Gavin. Ersfeld defended by Altavius Jackson. And a foul. And this will put Bryce Ersfeld on the free throw line after our final media timeout. 4:07 left to go. Here in the first round of the Northern Sun Tournament. The Dragons level at 59.
Get fired up for the new Shop MSUMDragons.com, the official online store of Dragon Athletics, featuring top brands like Under Armour, Adidas, Columbia, and more. Get gear in women's, youth, toddler, and infant sizes, perfect for all of our Dragon fans. Support your favorite Dragon team with Select a logo. Anything custom ships in 72 hours. And take your tailgating to the next level with items like bleacher chairs, tailgate tents, and lawn chairs. Get the gear and support your team with profits going directly to Dragon Athletics from Shop MSUMDragons.com.
Let's take a look at our assist of the game. It's Wayne State's Nate Moore finding Nick Ferrarini. When that guy's hot, he's not a bad option to get to the ball. Our assist of the game presented by State Farm. There is Nate Moore, the sophomore out of Glenwood, Iowa, who came into tonight's ball game with the most three-pointers for Wayne State at 67. Up there at 2.5 per game. He's been held to just 5 points tonight. Moore really hasn't been an offensive factor for Wayne State.
He has not. You talk about the Wildcats knocking down early shots the first half. Hadn't seen many of those in the second half.
59-59. What are you looking for the Dragons coming down the stretch?
Just continue to exceed the energy defensively of the Wildcats and continue to knock down shots. The Dragons are kind of loosened up, if you will, and playing looser, having fun. We'll see a little more energy out of them, and like to see that continue.
For the most part, are we done X's and O's? Is it just who wants it more?
A little over 4 minutes, yes, absolutely. Who wants it more will dictate this game. And I know you mentioned, get to pick on me a little bit. Shout out to Marsha Smith listening down in Memphis, Tennessee.
All
my
right.
mom. She probably wouldn't appreciate you picking on me, but it's all love between me and Steve.
Marsha, it's all love. 60-59, the Dragons with their third lead of the night. It's been that tough. They've trailed by as many as 10. We're tied. They've been tied 5 times. Penner, they're looking for Jansen. They can't find him. Thayer, here's Dane Zimmer going to work against Jansen. This is the matchup that Wayne State wanted. And they don't get the lead. It's almost tipped in by Kadrick, and somehow the Dragons come down with the ball. It's a 4-on-4 if Kadrick hustles. Ferrarini gets back defensively. 3:25 left to go. This is the first time tonight the Dragons have had the lead and the ball. And a foul.
And you talk about who wants it more. It was Ferrarini and Ersfeld down here on the defensive end. Ersfeld wanted it more, got on the floor, tipped it to his teammate, and now they have the ball. Opportunity to extend this lead to 3.
So here's Gavin Baumgartner at the free throw line where he's 2 for 2. He'll splash and put the Dragons up. Gavin makes a pair. 62-59. He's on the doorstep of his second career double-double. His team is up by 3. 3:10 left to go. This is Henry Penner. He knew he missed it. Kadrick Williams the rebound.
Another solid possession there by the Dragons with the stop. If you're the Dragons, I like going to Ersfeld on this play. He wants it inside.
Kadrick Williams trying to create. And he slipped. I think he slipped. Altavius Jackson, Ben Dentlinger in that short Wayne bench, which is getting shorter. Back in the ball game for the Wildcats. Good on these Wayne State Wildcats tonight. They've lost 6 in a row. They're young. I think they're talented.
I agree. Oh, wow.
A whistle and a timeout after Nate Thayer scores his first 2 points of the night to get the Wildcats back to within 1.
When you're in Moorhead while visiting family, friends, or on business, stay at the Travelodge and Suites. The Travelodge and Suites features large rooms, 2-room and whirlpool suites, guest laundry, an office for business travelers, and a meeting room for up to 50 people. Also, check out the large indoor pool. With your stay, enjoy a free deluxe continental breakfast. After you set up someone at the Travelodge and Suites, you'll want to stay there yourself. Travelodge and Suites, Highway 10 East in Moorhead. Call 233-5333.
Make every ATM a free ATM with a Gate City Bank checking account. You can use any ATM for free with unlimited automatic fee refunds. Visit GateCityBank.com. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life. Member FDIC. How much of those guys helped tonight?
They're on their feet. I think the energy, defense, chance, when you talk about from a player standpoint, you want to feel the energy in the building. Definitely makes a difference, home court advantage. The Dragons not handling that pressure well.
Over and back whistled against Wayne State as possession was made by Altavius Jackson, who made the Willie Mays catch and then crossed.
Dragons very fortunate on that last possession. Oh, nice find.
Baumgartner lost the ball. Now what are they going to call? They're not going to call Baumgartner for hanging on the rim, are they? He missed the dunk as he got swatted clean, I believe, by Moore. So what are they going to call? Here comes veteran Northern Sun official Jeff Coombe. I don't know exactly what they're gonna call here, Jared. What do you have?
This is a tough one for me. The body language of the Dragons says it's against them, but however, possession arrow going toward the Wildcats, so we'll see what the officials are discussing here at half court.
Yeah, Gene Sterator was going to join us at the command center, but he was unavailable tonight, so we're trying to do our rules interpretations on our own, which is tough. I mean, that's why you have to have a rules interpreter to interpret the rules. That's what rules interpreters do. So Isaiah Conrad, Chad Bjornson, and Jeff Coombe are having a chat. 2:21 left, first round NSIC playoffs. The winner gets the winner of the Upper Iowa Mary men's game. We'll try to get you an update on that game when we can. So Isaiah Conrad is explaining things to Chad Walthall, and he doesn't look happy. So who the heck knows what's going on? There's Jeff Kaminsky.
Look like we got
I think they got Gavin.
Class B technical foul, and it's during a shot, so there's no team control, so we're going to go to the arrow. They're going to shoot one, then they're going to go to the ball down there and use the arrow. Blackwood.
So they're saying Chad Bjornson just came over to yours truly and explained, which was really, really cool. Thank you, Chad. As he came over and said it was a Class B technical foul. I've never heard of that, honestly, Jared. Free throw was made by Nate Moore. Then what they do is they go to the possession arrow, and it's Wayne State's basketball. So it'll be Wayne State basketball. I thought Baumgartner was on the rim for an awfully long time.
We definitely need a rules interpreter for a Class B
technical foul. So we'll work on getting Gene's territory permanently next year.
Neither here nor there. This ball game is tied.
It's go time.
It's go time.
There we go. Jansen. Ball's tipped into the hands of Benega. Zimmer has been amazing tonight.
Dragons have dug deep so far with less than 2 minutes. Defensively, see can they capitalize off that defensive stop.
Some motion. Baumgartner. Leaving it. Zimmer lost it. Kadrick got the shot and missed. If the Dragons lose this game, that miss, the Baumgartner miss early. Yeah, Jesse Berg thundering down the lane in the first half. Here's Altavius Jackson. 1:10 left. Jansen. Nate Moore for three. Out. 1 minute left to go. Here's Benega.
Like that decision by Benega. Slow it down. As we talked about, value the possessions.
This is what I want to see, is that old 2-for-1 trick and a timeout. Maybe Chad Walthall is going to draw that up. 47.9 seconds left, 17 on the shot clock. We're tied at 62.
Prosperity is today's investment in tomorrow's promise. The promise of a better way of life. With every act of kindness, every act of creation, and with every act of love, we strengthen our community. And when we stand together as a community, we accomplish the impossible. We can choose to pass through life, or we can choose to pass on a better way of life.
The official online store of the Dragons is shopmsumdragons.com. With over 1,300 officially licensed items to show off your Dragon pride, shop msumdragons.com. All right. Baumgartner, Ersfeld, Dane Zimmer. What do you think Chad Walthall's saying? Kadrick? Who do you got?
I would obviously go to Baumgartner, the first option. Second option probably be Ersfeld off a penetrate pitch opportunity. Maybe Zimmer after that.
The Dragons do have options. They also have 17.9 seconds to shoot. Here we go. Williams to inbound. And a timeout. Williams couldn't get it in. Chad Walthall takes his last timeout. 48 seconds left.
They're kind of like a guardian when you're away from home. Just like a friendly guardian. It's not like someone like pushing rules against you. It's just a guide, and I really like that. With Affinity Plus, I know that I can always come to them with a problem, and they can help me solve it. Just to be like a friend, you know, I think you should do this, this would be best for you, just because they know you and they recognize you.
All right, here we go. 47.9 seconds left to go. Wayne State and the Dragon men tied at 62. We want to welcome all viewers around the NSIC who are tuning in. Steve DeStatio, Jared Bledsoe, Kaylee Sedlacek. The Dragons are out of timeouts. Here's our coaches cam presented by BSN. BSN is your official Nike and Under Armour provider. They go to Baumgartner. Underneath Zimmer.
Oh, nice find by Baumgartner to Zimmer, giving them the 2-point lead.
The difference between the shot clock and the game clock is 6, so the Dragons would get the ball back. Ersfeld fouled. Baumgartner, great look. there's the option. That's why you wanted that guy to have the ball in his hands.
Great decision maker down the stretch. Very impressed with Baumgartner's passing. And Ersfeld could make this a 2-possession game. Knocking down these 2 free throws.
This to make it a 2-point game. Ersfeld, a couple of clutchies. 20 seconds left to go. This is Altavius Jackson. Moore forcing. Jansen the rebound, and he throws it away.
And that's your ball game.
Jeff Kaminsky will take a timeout. 7.7 seconds left to go. The Dragons 7.7 seconds away, maybe from a trip to Sioux Falls.
This is more than a bundle. It's more than a combo deal. It's not just stuff. This is your home, your car. And you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance. State Farm agents get it. It's why they're here.
In Moorhead, talk to State Farm agent Dave Eggers.
All right, Wayne State has 1 timeout left. There's Jeff Kaminsky. What's he telling his young team?
Deny and foul. I mean, that's your only option. Deny, try to get a steal, quick bucket, or foul.
I would think if you're the Dragons, you probably want to push this north. They don't. They get Ersfeld, and now he'll get the foul from Altavius Jackson with 4.8 seconds left to go. What a wild ride tonight.
Again, a team that's lost 6 straight in a row, they definitely did not come into this game and perform like it, and I'm talking about the Wayne State Wildcats. Ersfeld knocking down that first free throw.
One more for Ersfeld. It's a 6-point game, and Jeff Kaminsky will take his final timeout. 4.8 seconds left to go. The Dragons are up by 6.
Dragon Swim School is proud to offer year-round swimming and diving lessons with the lowest student-to-instructor ratio around. Lessons are available for all levels, including parent-child sessions and preschool. Help your child learn to love the water in a safe and caring environment with us at Dragon Swim School. Visit msumdragons.com/swim for more information. That's msumdragons.com/swim.
68-62. Whew. Playoff basketball, man. Come on. This is Jim Nance got March. I got February Madness,
February
baby.
Madness. If you bought a ticket tonight to come watch this game, you got your money's worth. I tell you.
These guys didn't. They got in for free. The student.
Isn't it a student fee?
That's right. Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. This is an NSIC event. It's not in their student fees. They got in tonight because the Dragons let them in for free. Right? No?
No, it's student fees.
Okay.
From an admission standpoint, Steve.
All right. Way to go. Here we go. Or yes. Not done yet. Benninga fouled. So now Johnny.
Wildcats say not so fast, my friend. They're knocking down that three-pointer by Nate Moore in transition.
And now they're going to, oh boy, they're going to review this.
See if it's intentional.
Yeah. I mean, it was, but you don't call that. I think Jeff Coombe knows that. He's making sure this wasn't
malicious.
Yeah. 0.7 seconds left. It's a final from Fayette. Upper Iowa's men have defeated the University of Mary. So if the Dragons can hang on, we will talk to you from the Pentagon at 2:30, or I will, Saturday afternoon. The Dragons would take on the number 2 team from the South, the Upper Iowa Fighting Peacocks. Earlier this season, specifically on January the 4th, the Dragons beat Upper Iowa 98-84 to improve. You were here.
I was here. Yeah.
All right, you remember?
I do.
Okay.
A lot of points put up that evening. 94 points by the Dragons.
I think let's save it for postgame. Let's not put said cart in front of horse. How's that?
Fair enough.
Okay. Alex Nelson, our director, just told us that they put 1.5 seconds up on the clock, so maybe they weren't looking at the foul. They were looking at the clock. And now Johnny Benninga will go to the free throw line. He makes one, then I'm going to pack a bag.
You got to pack a bag.
Exit stage Sioux Falls. How's that?
Sounds good.
So we're waiting. Now they're going for another replay. I don't know why. Nate Moore hit a 3 on this side. A beautifully designed and quick play drawn up by that man right there, Jeff Kaminsky. They did a little Grant Hill action, and then Nate Moore from downtown after the shovel. Now they're looking to see if this was an intentional foul, and I think it was intentionally unintentional. Just push in the back. Let's go. Free throw time. In football, 15 yards. In hockey, it's not nice. In this sport, Benninga free throws. I see Chad Walpo. He's getting a little frustrated too. Kaylee Sedlacek is standing by. Perhaps if the Dragons win, she'll find a happy dragon, or would it be a relieved dragon, or both?
Both. I was going to say both. Happy and relieved. Come out of this game victorious, as the Wildcats definitely came to compete this evening.
They called an intentional foul. I don't know if it matters, because if Benninga were to make one free throw, but maybe it was because it was squarely in the back. So it's going to be the trip to the free throw line, and that should, for all intents and purposes, wrap this up. First, Benninga, who got fouled.
The senior at the line, opportunity to make this a 2-possession ball game.
And now, I think it's going to be Dragon basketball, because this was an intentional foul. Kedrick Williams to inbound. And a whistle. And we might still be here for a while. That foul happened before the buzzer. Now they're going to go back to the monitor and put some time on the clock. Benega got fouled. And we'll head to the free throw line for 2. I don't know what the record is, but this might be the longest 8.8 seconds or whatever it's been in NSIC playoff history. We've had intentional fouls, clock reviews, and a couple of missed Benega free throws. 1.2 seconds left. Benega misses a pair, and that's going to do it. The Dragon Men advance. They beat Wayne State 69-65. Remember, these Dragons were down by 9. How'd they make this happen?
Refuse to lose. As you mentioned, we talked about go time, start to value possessions, exceeded the energy of the Wildcats, and just refused to lose. Hats off to the Dragons. Wildcats came to play, though. There's no question about that.
Now this Dragon men's team, you saw Upper Iowa, there were, 98-64, whatever, 98-84, excuse me. This Upper Iowa team is good, and they're poised to make a deep run. I'm sure Brooks McCown is going to look up and say, oh boy, remember we talked earlier this year, this Dragon team is not a team you want to play.
No, as we saw tonight, you got unsung heroes stepping up. Nathan Run, energy and effort defensively. As you mentioned, knocking down the three-pointer for the first time in several months. We had Johnny Benninger, scrappy, senior leadership. Baumgartner, exceptional passing. Just a fun group to step up to advance to second round of NSIC play.
Yeah, Kaylee Sedlacek showing her hops. She has run down Gavin Baumgartner, who's with her now. Kaylee.
It was going back and forth all game. What did it come down to in those final minutes?
Definitely stops. Obviously, all game we were both scoring. They're a very talented offensive team. And then finally, once we got a couple strung together at the end, even though it was back and forth, just those couple, 3 or 4 stops in a row kind of put us over the edge.
The remainder of the tournament, what do you guys have to do to be successful?
Well, everyone's really good. Anyone can beat anyone. So in order to win, it's going to come down to how tough we can be defensively. You know, if we can grab boards, if we can lock in, stay under control, and then not turn the ball over. It's a big one.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Kaylee, great job. 69-65, we'll take a break, and then Jared and I will come back and put a bow on this one. The Dragon Men are headed to Sioux Falls.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I didn't have to do anything. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But man, being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up out of bed to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to. The sheer effort it takes just for basic life functions like breathing has earned you the right to have someone bring that sandwich to you. Your struggle is not lost on us. Have a sandwich, you hero.
First thing I do every morning when I get up is look out the window and see what the sky is doing. The neighbors kind of all know I'm into this, so I'll get calls or texts saying, oh, there's 2 eagles in the trees over here. I have a lot of relatives who live in other parts of the state, and they see them on TV, and it always kind of makes them feel like they're connected. Keep an eye on the sky and be ready. You never know what might show up.
Just looking back on myself freshman year to who I am currently, it's a complete transformation.
You walk around campus all the time, you see friendly faces, you see smiling faces, and people really, really love being here.
For me personally, I was able to get the experience and the knowledge that I needed to be successful.
I've had a pretty long journey to get here. Went to community college, changed majors, and MSUM has transformed my life just incredibly.
(69-65), the Dragon Men come back and beat Wayne State. Let's take a look at some second half highlights. The Dragon Men down by 9 at the half. They were getting outplayed, and big reason was Wayne State was relentless. That was Nate Moore matching an early 3. There's Gavin Baumgartner burying from in front of the bench as Baumgartner. Boy, you heard him during the postgame show. He said it all started on the defensive end. This guy was great on both ends tonight, 21-9.
21-9, finding his teammates as we saw him set Zimmer up for an excellent shot. Just fun to watch. As we check out the stats, Dragons stepped it up 38% from behind the three-point line, only 3 turnovers that second half. But one stat that does not show up there, 19 points from the bench for the Dragons, only 4 for the entire game for Wayne State. So just a phenomenal job by a team effort, if you will, for the Dragons.
Bryce Ersfeld, Nathan Rund coming off the bench, Jesse Berg, Joe Seedley. Maybe they'll look for a better effort in Sioux Falls. The stats presented by Midco. Look at our truly bold play of the game, and this is it right here. Gavin Baumgartner, you said you wanted the ball into his hands because he could make something happen like that.
Yes, just great high IQ play, finding cutting Zimmer inside. Fun to watch.
Gave the Dragons the lead for good. We'll make that our play of the game, presented by Herbert and Gerberts. Live life flavorfully. As far as the newsmaker of the game, who is it?
Who else would it be?
Is it Gavin?
It's got to be.
That counts as 4.
From the parking lot. 21 points, 9 boards, 3 dimes. Just got it done. Refused to lose. Gavin Baumgartner.
Our newsmaker of the game, presented by the Forum of Fargo Moorhead. Call 241-5445 today to get the Forum of Fargo Moorhead delivered tomorrow. Let's take a look at the bracket. We know the Dragon men are going to play Upper Iowa on Saturday at 2:30. There it is. Both teams have advanced. Northern State has beaten Southwest Minnesota State. St. Cloud and Augustana just looming on the other side of the bracket as the bracket is presented by Sanford Health. And you can see how tough this is going to be. There's no easy draws this time of year, and there certainly shouldn't be.
Man, you're spot on. That was not an easy ball game for the Dragons. You assume with home court it'd be an easy effort, but
All
not
right.
tonight.
Hey, had fun, man.
Oh, man, a tremendous blessing.
Let's do this again.
Let's do it.
Big ups to our entire MSUM staff, our athletic department, Go Team Productions, Alex, Webby, all of you guys. You're the best. For Jared and Kaylee Sedlacek, Steve DeStacio saying so long from Moorhead. The Dragon men headed to Sioux Falls. They come back and beat Wayne State 69-65. We'll talk to you Saturday from Sioux Falls.